What? Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and today I want to talk about the iPhone 5 SC, whatever letter you can think of. Apple has unleashed the newest iPhone, and I want to talk about some of the post numbers that have come out. This article that which I want to talk about today over on Read Write talks about the numbers that Apple has put up. 9 million iPhones in 3 days, which is pretty good. And I think a lot of analysts were predicting between 5 and 7 million iPhones to be moved within these 3 days after, pretty much a weekend launch. Now, personally, I'm impressed. I mean, even though Apple has released, a second model in the iPhone 5C in addition to the iPhone 5S, they are also they also released in China, which is a huge market. So you can rationalize that because they did that, this is why they surpassed last year's sales by almost 4 million. So there's a rationale behind this, but I still gotta say this is really impressive. We could look at the Android side of things and say, well, there's a lot of reasons behind why Android is so successful. It's pretty much every freaking market, multiple manufacturers, multiple everything. Android is open and a lot of people are loving it. And it has its reasons for success. So while we want to knock Apple, why we want to knock them down the peg and say, well, Apple's failing, Apple's doing worse, Apple's doing that, you still got to give credit where credit is due. 9 million phones in 3 days is still really good for two models and to an additional market such as China. So I'm gonna give Apple a golf clap. This is really impressive. And like I said, a lot of analysts were believing between 5 and 7 million. I didn't think they would sell this many. Like I've been saying on a lot of my podcasts and a lot of my streams, I knew this was going to be an incremental update hardware wise. I knew there was going to be probably a new chip, maybe a better screen, maybe a different battery, so on and so forth. And we got the fingerprint reader, we got different colors. But the major thing with this iteration is iOS 7. That is the major iteration with these new iPhones, not really the hardware. So we were kind of expecting a minor update. So to move 9 million iPhones after a minor update is very impressive. And apparently they've also broken records in the related story in terms of adoption to iOS 7. So things are looking good for Apple. Can't really deny that. I mean, a lot of us want to bury Apple and say they're dead. Android's the future. Android's this. Hey, Apple's not going anywhere anytime soon, guys. We saw the death of BlackBerry. We see Nokia and Microsoft trying to merge to challenge these guys. Apple's not going anywhere anytime soon. Check this story out, guys, over on Read Write. Apple sells 9 million phones in 3 days. Very impressive. This is Bwana from Bwana.tv telling you the latest about Apple's new iPhone and the sales that they had. Take care.